A little while ago I mentioned that I'd found that the camshaft bushes in my Scrambles Cub replica had quite a bit of play in them, and they certainly weren't going to get better. The bike's still running and going nicely, but I don't want to wait until there is trouble, and I plan fairly soon to get the camshaft bushes out and change them. I've got replacement parts. I've even got another camshaft if I need. Let's go down here, and obviously what I've been doing is getting prepared to do the job, and I plan to lie the bike on its side with both valves shut at top dead centre compression, and basically go in there and pull the camshaft out without having to worry about the followers and push rods dropping, and then I have to take the cylinder head off and stuff. So I'll just obviously drain the engine oil, get the petrol out of it, so on the battery it doesn't matter which way up that is, get the bike laid on its side, probably on the bike lift, and get in there. But I want to be ready to do the job. I've got a very good outer bush, the one that fits between the camshaft and the advanced retard unit for the points. I've got a couple of inner bushes here, reasonably good as well. One is very good actually, so in case I need them I'm covered. And like I say, I've even got an R side points camshaft there if I need it, if there's wear on the camshaft that comes out the engine. So I got all those bases covered, but what I wanted to do was be able to get the bush out from the inside easily. Now it may well be sometimes you go into these engines, the bush might actually just slide out with the camshaft. Sometimes they do that, but they're not meant to, and I'm not banking on that happening anyway. Some people sometimes get a bolt with a suitable size and thread on it and sort of wind it in and use various means to use it as an extractor. And what I've done, I've taken a coach bolt like this one, and what I've done with it is this. I've slimmed it down there, and I've turned the head into a foot of a suitable diameter to go inside the bush. Hopefully I might be able to demonstrate that in a moment. Of course, there's the old Hayes one I made earlier routine. Get that in there, and there we are. Right, and I'm just going to put the camera down now, hopefully showing the end of the coach bolt that I modified protruding there. I've made it into a puller basically. And what I'm going to do, hopefully, I've got a socket of a suitable size, drop that over it. Then I'm going to get a couple of washers. Yeah. It always goes wrong when you're trying to do it in front of someone, doesn't it? Eh? Basically, let's try again. In it goes. Right there, like that. The other thing, of course, is this is an empty crankcase. Usually there'd be a crank in there, so this wouldn't be able to drop very far anyway. And it might even be necessary to turn the crank to about mid-stroke after top dead centre to get clearance for the head of the coach bolt to drop in there anyway. There we go, get the washer on, another one, and the nut. And basically, we've got, hopefully, you might see that there. So I've got the modified coach bolt poked in through the bush. So it's basically doing this kind of thing. You can see it there. And like I say, obviously the head of the coach bolt is modified, as is the shank of the coach bolt, so I can just tilt it sideways and it just passes through the bush until you straighten it up, and then it grabs. So that's what I've done there. Now all I need to do is centralise the socket and the head of the coach bolt probably and tighten the nut, and it should pull the bush out. Let's have a go, shall we? It's vital that the threads allow the nut to move quite easily when doing this. Right there, that will probably do us, I think. Let's give it a go. Bit more. There it is. The inner camshaft bush is now out of the engine, as we shall see in a moment. There it is. And I've got another bush to try and see if I can pick the best of three now, but I know I've got one good one there already. But that's basically how I'm going to do it. So I've got all bases covered now. I'm not going to end up in trouble when I take the timing covers off the bike and get in there and then find, oh God, I got nothing to get this out with. And I certainly don't want to split the crankcases in order to get something at it from behind and drive it out. And that's two that I've done now. I haven't even warmed the cases up, so I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to do the job on my Scrambles Cub replica pretty quickly and easily, and without the followers and push rods dropping out of their locations. So basically my biggest hurdle is probably going to be getting the ignition timing exactly as it was before, because it is running so nicely. I want to get it to the last degree if I can. But having said that, with the amount of play I've got in the camshaft now and the auto advance unit, it's probably started flinging the timing all over the shop in any case. So I think as long as I adhere to the figures that I used last time, I think I had 8mm before top dead centre for full advance on this one. It should actually improve matters, because I think, I'm not sure, but I think I'm starting to get the odd rogue spark on it now and again now. There's that snatchy sort of feeling occasionally, which is usually a sign that you're getting a spark when you don't want it. Like for instance when the piston is little more, well, not even halfway up on the compression stroke. So new camshaft bushes should steady up that lot and sort that out as well, and I plan to do it soon. And when I do, I'll obviously film it and share it on YouTube, and everyone else will be able to see how the job goes. Thanks for watching.